I would like to take this opportunity to really thank you sincerely for availing yourself to serve in the councils of our technical and vocational education and training institutions. As government, these institutions are very important. Amongst other things, these colleges must provide the much needed mid-level skills like artisan skills, and as a country we are short of these skills. And these are the skills that are needed if we are to grow and develop our economy. And these colleges have an important role to play. As the President has emphasized, provision of skills by the colleges will make a difference on whether we remain a perpetually developing country or we become a developed country. Secondly, these colleges have got a very important role to actually absorb the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of out-of-school youth who are neither in employment, education and training, and especially those who have completed schooling but have not been able to access anything. In order to achieve these things, it is therefore absolutely essential that governance in these institutions needs to be prioritized and that we have effective counsel that will provide. The government is committed to turn around these colleges such that they are able to perform these functions. And for that reason, we have as government invested quite a lot over the last 5-6 years into the colleges. For instance, we have invested an amount of about 6 billion rands this year, excluding the National Student Financial Aid Scheme, which is now estimated at around 2 or 2.1 billion rands for colleges alone. We have also grown the sector over the last 5 years. In 2009, we had headcount enrollment in our TVET colleges of about 340,000 students, but this year that has grown to 800,000. This illustrating the extent to which we want these colleges to be able to respond to education and training needs of our youth. We are also wanting to ensure that by 2030, as per the National Development Plan, we are actually having about 2.5 million, so that we will invert the pyramid between university enrollment and college enrollment. Like many other countries, we need to have more college students in colleges than those in universities. We seriously want to make our TVET colleges to be institutions of choice, not institutions of those who feel they've been rejected by the university system. We want to make these colleges to be important because they are very important in terms of supplying the skills that the country needs. And therefore your role is also very important. I would like to emphasize, however, as you will actually also appreciate this during the orientation, that your role as councils is that you play an oversight role. You do not micromanage the college. The principal and management, they run the college. Then you have to ensure that they account to you as council as to whether they have actually met the targets that you have set and that they are turning the colleges around and the colleges do what it's supposed to do. I think this is a very important matter because if we do not get right the respective responsibilities of councils and management, sometimes it leads to the collapse of governance and functionality in our colleges. Unfortunately, we've had instances that because of some of the breakdowns, confusion or conflation of roles, as well as mismanagement and governance, we've had to put colleges under administration. This is never our first choice. We only act when the situation has become bad. We hope that you will play a role such that we are able to manage these colleges appropriately without having to resort to administration, especially by myself or the department. We also would like to emphasize that it is important for members of council to avoid conflicts of interest. For instance, you cannot have a council member who owns a business that actually sources and secures business in the same college on which that member sits on council. We have to actually make these things clear so that we can set an example of good and clean governance in order to make these colleges to be respected by all who want them to play an important role, employers and communities. For colleges to become truly vocational colleges, it is important that they develop appropriate linkages. The first linkage is that they must link with the communities where they are located so that they are also able to play a role in those communities, including responding to local or regional economic needs and to provide the necessary skills needed. Secondly, we as a department have ensured that the SETAs open offices in all our 50 colleges so as to facilitate the relationship between the colleges and employers. You cannot have a functional college if there is no relationship with employers, because that also ensures the much needed work placement for students, either during their study at a college or after they've completed college, so that we are able to improve their employability and to ensure that they get the necessary skills that are current in industry. Placement also must be encouraged with relation to lecturers at these colleges so that what they teach is in line with what is needed in industry at that particular point in time. We also would like that our colleges develop relationship with universities so that programs offered at colleges are able to relate to further study at university for those students who might want to proceed. For example, a student who comes out of a college with N6 in electrical engineering must be able to be accredited if that students proceed to a University of Technology to want to do electrical engineering, so that we do away with dead-end qualifications in our colleges, but we have a seamless system that allows anybody and everybody to actually reach his or her highest potential. Let me once more thank you very much for agreeing to serve in our councils, and also to assure you that you will have all the support on our side from myself as minister, as well as from the rest of the department, in order to make your work easy and for us to work together to provide the skills that this country so needs so that we are able to address our triple challenges of unemployment, poverty, and inequality. Once again, congratulations.